Hey Bayside, Brannon Shortt here, and truthfully, I love you. But love ought to lead to greater trust, and trust to depth, and depth to vulnerability, and then vulnerability to confession. So I gotta start by confessing something to you. I hate Christmas. I do. It's true. I hate Christmas. Now, don't hear me saying I hate the birth of the Savior of the world. I hate the Christmas season because unlike any other holiday or season throughout the year, this is a full-bore, non-stop 2-month blitz to the end of the year. And it's filled with buying gifts for like everyone I've ever known. I'm going to 3,463 different Christmas parties. And man, I hate Dirty Santa, White Elephant parties. And I hate going to 12 a year. It's like, oh, yay, I got this new pair of socks that you're going to steal, just like this party stole the joy from my heart just being here. I mean, I hate Christmas, basically. I hate the Christmas season. But if I'm being honest, it's because as a pastor, I think this season is just so stressful. This isn't like Easter, which is just one gigantic day. You've got all the personal things, all the family things, all the parties, what's going on at work, and it just feels like it won't stop. Joe Lazakis once said this. He said, good stories, now I'm tie this together. He said, good stories surprise us, and they make us think, and they make us feel. They stick in our minds, and they help us remember ideas and concepts in ways that PowerPoint crammed with bar graphs never could. I love that he says that about good stories because in the midst of this season, I can completely miss the story of Christmas because of the stress of Christmas. I can completely miss it. I can miss being surprised by the story of Christmas. I want to read you one verse today. It's in Matthew 1, verse 23. It says, the virgin, if anything's more surprising than that in the entire Bible, I don't know what it is. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son. But catch this, and they will call him Emmanuel. That one sentence is chock full of surprises that ought to get my and your attention in the midst of a season that is loaded with all the other things, and yet nothing more important than this. And I want to hone in on that last phrase, that they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. I want to remind you today, honestly, as I remind myself, that the God with us, Jesus, the witness of God, may be the greatest mystery that resounds with truth that our hearts will ever know. I want to give you a challenge today, literally today, is to have a mantra, literally an out loud spoken mantra. As you're going throughout your day, whether it be in a stressful situation, whether it be joyful, whether you're getting coffee and you're looking at a barista and you're just grateful to get the caffeine, or you're driving through traffic and somebody cuts you off, I want you to have a mantra today. And I want you to out loud throughout today use the words, God, you are with me. And then think about that. Think about the reality that the God of the universe actually says that he came so that he would be with you. Friend, know that that means that your sin is not bad enough to make God leave. That your goodness is never going to be good enough to make God stay. God is with you because witness is who God is. So today, remind yourself of that. In the midst of this horrible, wretched season that is Christmas. Okay, maybe you don't feel that same way. But in the midst of all that's going on, seriously, remind yourself today, God, you are with me. And take a deep breath in that moment to acknowledge his presence there with you in that moment. The surprising story that could catch our attentions way better than any other thing with a bar graph PowerPoint slide ever could is that the King came as a child to be with us. And that's good news.